to GESP Podcast. We are here to reimagine the playing field in women's sports with female game changers. My name is Ruza FA of Serbia grassroots manager, sports industry specialist, and former football referee. Let's empower the girls with this episode, and big round of applause for my next guest. Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of GESP Podcast. We are here to reimagine the world of women's sports, and I have a pleasure to speak with quite of an international lady, Michele Minelli, who happens to be a Brazilian living in Spain at the moment, and she is here to actually introduce us to the world of American football from a female perspective. I'm quite excited about that. Well, welcome, Michele. And I hope you'll enjoy this episode as much as I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, hello. Thank you very much. I'm kind of nervous, actually. It's been a long time I don't talk about it, so it's going to be nice.
Yes, of course. Well, as you know, when we speak about American football and flag football in wider Europe, it's not on the level that it is in America, in States, and also outside of the States, not in every country in Europe, not played by a majority of female athletes. So first, can you tell us what are you doing now at the moment with your sports in Spain, since you're in a European country, and we really want to know which opportunities do we have in these sports?
So right now I'm playing for a women's team. It's called Oviedo Phoenix in the northern Spain. Well, I'm playing. I also help with the offense side of the team, and I also for the team I'm teaching the kids. We have under 14 and 17 team, so I'm also the staff for them. So it's very new to me. It's hard, but so nice to see them playing so young and to have the opportunity I didn't have so young. So it's very nice.
So you're literally reimagining the playing field for the girls, which is phenomenal. So you're the highlight of this show. I can say that. We're going to use this as a quote in all our reports and everywhere. Like, we found the ladies who reimagined the playing field literally. But which leagues do you play there? Like, you play only Spanish league, or there is some? Can you tell us more to fellow Europeans and everybody outside of the Europe? Can you tell us like what type of leagues you can participate in when you're playing American flag football in Europe? And also, we would like to know the differences between American and flag football for maybe somebody who's first time introduced to these sports.
Okay, so let's start with the difference between flag football and American football. So the American football, we have like the shoulder pads and the helmets and everything. When we watch a football game, you see everybody hitting each other. Like, it's not very fast. Well, it is, but what you see from American football is like the hitting parts and the tackles and like, oh, it's fun, it's rough. Sort of speak. Then we have flag football. It's like less people in the field, like 5 people against 5. Whether in American football, you usually play 11 against 11, so you need less people. We don't have the contact. We don't have the helmets. We don't have the shoulder pads. We just have like a belt with the flags. And to stop the play, you just take the flag off, and that's it. The play stops. We have passes, we have runs, but we don't have the contact. So it's very nice. Like in the United States, they use it for kids to start playing, to start moving around, catching the ball, and to start playing American football. But now they found out it's nice, it's cool for grown-ups too. So it's like a different kind of football, but like with the same ball, basically. So the rules are completely different, but it's similar in this way. Right now, here in Spain, we have, talking about the championships, we have the regional leagues. So right now we have the Northern League, like the Central League, the Catalonian League, downstairs. I don't remember how it's called. So flag football, it's what I play. So we have all these regionals, so to speak, and we play it. We classify to play the national championship in July. So right now, for example, us.
So it's like a tournament kind of championship when you speak about national level.
Yes. We have a league, and the winner of the league or the first two places classify to the national championship. Or it depends on whether you have too many teams or less teams. You can classify like 3 or 2 teams to the Spanish championship. And the end of the year, the playing year.
But you being Brazilian, who happened to be also playing in United States and being everywhere around, how did you end up in Spain?
Actually, through football.
Phenomenal.
It's like, yes, because when I was young, I used to play for the Brazilian team. And we went to play a world championship in Italy. And there I met my ex-partner, who was a Spanish player. And then I ended up here.
Phenomenal.
Like, it was literally football that brought me here.
Yes, speaking about love, passion, and football, we can combine them all in the same way. Yes. Well, now I have a surprise to you. I am not just a regular American football fan. I'm a huge NFL fan, but I kept this before we started because now we can discuss it as two ladies who are quite involved or very well informed about the NFL. I like your cap because, and I'm sad that people cannot see that you're drinking from the NFL cup. I really love it.
Yes.
So I'm a Chiefs fan. But I have to say
that's so bad.
No.
I'm a 49ers fan.
But I have to say, I was a Chiefs fan before they won the Super Bowl in 2020. So, kudos to me because
you are not the new ones.
No, I'm not.
You are really a fan.
Yes, I was.
Okay.
I really respect Hunt family, and actually, the reason why I was so deeply connected to Chiefs was a Hunt family because they are so deep in soccer too, not only American football. And as soccer is my primary sport, I was a football referee or soccer referee, how you call it. Then
nice.
That's how I was introduced to the Hunt family, and then realized what they're doing for the Kansas City as a community. And that's how my passion and my love for the Chiefs started. And I'm really sorry about the fact that you're a 49ers fan because we are 2-0 in most recent Super Bowls.
Yes, I know. I won't hold a grudge. I promise I will try. But,
we will not talk about the Super Bowl. I was just wanted to let you know that you have somebody to speak with who understands. Because when you said about American football, this point of view that people sees tackles and people sees when there is a punch in it, actually, if you're really, really following the sports, you will see tactics over tactics. Yes. And also, I need to tell you one funny story because I've been to Kansas City to watch Chiefs. I also been to New Jersey to watch Jets there and so on. And the funny thing is when my favorite player is actually the kicker. The Harrison Butker. He's actually my favorite player. It's not anybody else but him, which is always strange because nobody loves kicker. Everybody,
it's very uncommon.
Yes. But when I told this to fans during the tailgate before the game in Arrowhead Stadium, they were like, "Oh, that's logical because you are from Europe and you guys love soccer, so that there is a sense in it. There is a connection with that." So basically,
well.
Yeah, there is. So now when you know that I understand the positions, I need to ask you, what is your position and what was your position within American football and what is your position within flag football if you have positions like similar to American football?
Well, so I play wide receiver. I'm a total offense.
You run as hell.
Well, I try. I'm kind of old and stuff. I am a little bit slower, but we try. I really do like the offense. I like the defense, but I'm really bad at it. I've been playing for so many years, and there is no way I can play in defense like in a decent point. I'm always the weak point in the defense every time I try to play. I really do like offense. I play wide receiver, but because we are so like few people,
Yeah.
I also had to play other positions that are not usually mine. I played quarterback once or
Nice.
twice.
Everybody
It
wants to be a
was,
quarterback.
oh, when you know what you have to do, you don't actually want to be a quarterback. It's really
Really?
hard. Well, it was the hardest thing ever. I had to play a couple games because I had a bad injury, and we were so few that I needed to play because anyways, I was playing quarterback, and it was so scary. Not scary like I'm scared, but it was like I
Huge
had to see so many
responsibility.
things. Yes, I had to see so many things. I usually don't do it. I just like when I'm playing wide receiver, I just do my route. I have to see like a part of the defense, maybe not the whole thing, and that's super difficult. It's very difficult. And in defense, like I know like the theory, what I have to do, but like the execution is very poor.
Understand. Well, but this is a really nice thing to present to people actually what there is a role of a quarterback, because when we see a quarterback we only think he's the one throwing the ball and that's it. No, he's the one basically organizing everything and he's the mastermind.
Yes.
So whenever we see that quarterback is ended up being MVP of any game, it's because of that, because he needs to be, he's like 50% of the team, even though you have so many important roles. Yes, for sure.
Everyone has their job. You have to run your routes fine. You have to catch the ball. You have to run. You have to
you have to kick
your way. You have to kick. You have to do everything. But the quarterback is like the most important part, and that's like a thing. And it's really hard when you are doing it and you have all the pressure. Like literally, like there are people coming for you. Like it's very hard. I also played quarterback playing American football here. So at flag football and American football, both are very hard. And I wouldn't know which one is harder.
But
actually.
did you start understanding your role and your position better when you tried the quarterback? Like did you started to see yourself from a different perspective?
Like I did it like a couple times. It wasn't much, but it was like open-minded. Like I don't know if I'm making a word up, but anyways,
no, it's fine.
It was like it was like, oh, okay, so now I'm seeing this person is doing what I should be doing, and if I do it, I don't know, a route like or faster or wider or closer, it would change completely the play, or I don't know anything, or run closer, or I don't know. It was like, whoa, now I get it. It's not like my job. It's not like just a paint in the paper. It's very humbling.
Yes, that's really nice, nice world over there, saying that it's kind of eye-opening experience for you for understanding your position better. But we as a two passionate fans and people about the sports, we can continue speaking about the sports itself for many hours, not only minutes. But we don't want to miss the opportunity to discuss the opportunities that we have for the girls in your sport. So my first question to you would be, how do you motivate girls in Europe to be that much in love or involved with both American football and flag football? Especially when we speak about Spain, who happens to be, one of the most recent European teams from Europe who actually won the World Cup in the soccer in the FIFA World Women's Championship. Like, how do you manage to win over soccer in that battle? Because soccer is now quite of a buzz in Spain. and I'm really proud about it because they really did amazing and huge thing for women's sport, not only for women's football. So basically,
Yes.
how do you motivate girls to come to American football and flag football in Spain instead of choosing soccer or football, how we call it?
Well, it's a bit hard. Now that you say that Spain won the World Championship, our women's flag football team, it's actually European champion. Like 2 years ago, they won the championship, the European, and last year they went again and they went second place. So
Congrats.
it's easier. Oh, thanks. I wasn't there, but thanks.
Still, congrats.
It's still. Well, I have two teammates that were there when they won the golden medal.
So by
And
playing with them,
it's-
you help them be the better international team.
well, I learn from them every day. I've been playing this like for 12 years, and every day I'm training with them. I learn something new, and sometimes you don't appreciate it, and it's very nice. Anyways, I'm losing my
No. We are
way.
not here to do let's say typical interview. We are here as two girls infected with sports, speaking
Yes.
about everything we're passionate about. So please don't think and just go with your flow.
Okay, so I will. Well, but for the girls, like this year, we've been doing this for like 2 or 3 years. We go to the schools and we present the flag football for the girls and the boys there. Like they are like usually between 8 to 12 years. Like for our team, when our friends started the kids team, they were like 6 or 7. Nowadays we have 17 kids. It's like a bit overwhelming at times, but it's very nice to see them enjoying. They enjoy it and they learn. They are so young. They see everything like I would want to see when I was their age. If I had flag football, I would try it, because when we go to the college and the schools and stuff, we like take our balls, our flags, and our cones, and
Yes.
we put there, and we start talking to them. And at first, they are always like, "Oh, it's rugby." No, it's not rugby. It's American football, but it's okay. It's a very common mistake. I don't know why, but it's very
I
common.
always fight with European people when they say rugby is better. I'm always like, no, NFL is better. So please, they always have that stand about, but we do not have those big shoulders and protection. We play the rough sports and so on. But no, that's not the
course.
point. You don't have the tactics like the American football. So
No, it's not the same. You can compare. You're not like jumping around waiting for someone to tackle you and hit your head on the floor. Of course, you are not wearing a helmet. Please. But with the kids, it's very interesting, because when we start talking to them, like when we say that it is not rugby, it's American football, they are like, "Oh, that's nice. It's the helmet thing." And we are like, "Yes, but no, we play la la la." And then we start talking to them, and then we explain the game, and they become interested very fast. It is not like, "Oh, I don't know this, but it's very nice, it's very funny." So we play a bit with them, and it's nice to see, because of course there are boys and there are girls, and all the time it's like 100% of the time, when we start, the boys are like, "Oh, we are better at this, we will win this, we are faster, but we are usually, I'll go with the other friend of mine that is one of the European champions, and we are like, "Oh, we are both girls, we are playing." And then we start to motivate the girls, and they are like, "Oh, let's try this, and let's try that." And to see I'm talking about 40 minutes that we are with them in a class, and we can see from the beginning to the end that everyone is enjoying, all the girls are enjoying, and they are liking. And nowadays our team, we have more girls than boys, for example, and it's very nice to see them like enjoying something new that is not usual to you don't see it unless you have a father who watches NFL like 10 p.m. It is
Yes.
not, it's not for kids. It's not available for them, but it is nice to see that they like it. When once they are introduced to, they like it, and they keep going. I mean, it's very nice. And every time, once I was at work, it was, well, it was very funny because I work in a store, so people come and go. I was there, and then there was like this woman with a kid, and the kid was staring at me all the time. She was staring at me, and then she talked. She said something to her mom, and then she came closer to me, and she said, "Oh, you were the flag teacher, aren't you?" Yeah, and I was like, "Yes, I am." I didn't know her. I didn't remember where she was from. "Oh, I remember you. You went to my school. You taught me how to play football." And I was like, "Please, yes, I did." Probably I don't remember, but it was very nice to see they recognized me because of this, because of football, because it was special. I mean, I was working, I wasn't expecting, and it was nice, and they like it. It's very nice to see them enjoying again.
I tried to not interrupt you because through your voice we could hear how proud and happy you are about this, which is great, because the best way to lead, the best way to teach, and the best way to motivate is by example. So this is really important that we are becoming role models, even though when we are not aware of it. So you're basically the ambassador of your game and of your sports.
Oh.
Yes, because when somebody recognizes you from the sports itself, they also think about the sports. They think about how you teach them, what they can do with that. So this is really, really nice. But since you mentioned that you have a, let's say, a regular job outside of the sports, is that because with the sports like for women, like flag football or American football, there is no chance that you can, let's say, live out of it? Or it's because it's your choice to want to actually work extra outside of sports?
No, it's, for me, it would be impossible. Like, I've never won a penny out of football, ever. All the times I went to two world championships with Brazil, I had to pay everything, both times. All the tournaments. Now we have with our team, they we we pay the quote,
Yes.
to
It's like
play,
monthly
and
fees, right?
yes, monthly fees. Eso.
Eso.
Yes. Eso. And
We're speaking in Spanglish. If somebody doesn't recognize this
Spanglish.
language, it is
Well,
Spanglish.
I don't speak English for I don't know how long. It's very confusing for me right now. But
No, you're phenomenal. Trust me. Trust
I'm
me.
trying.
I enjoy it.
I'm trying. So we also have the government help, like
Yes, like from the institutions,
annually.
municipalities, and so on.
Yes. So that's why we can play the championships, or if one, for example, make a trip. There are a lot of tournaments here in Europe. The good thing about Europe is that it's also close to each other. The countries that we can like go to Germany to play a championship, and if we go to Madrid, it's the same amount of time and almost the same amount of money spent, so we can do it. But for example, if we want to do it, we would have to pay something.
Yes.
It's impossible to do everything with the money we have from the team. So when the girls, for example, won the European Championship, when they were champions, yes, that they won like a small prize from the government, like very small. They wouldn't be able not even to pay their ticket to Israel, where was the champion. It was like, it is so symbolic that if you didn't give me, it would be better.
Yes,
it's
it's kind
like
of offending.
offensive.
Yes.
Yes, yes. It's like, what are you doing? I mean, I just won a championship, a European championship. There are like, and Austria. There is a very very high team in Europe, Germany as well, and we beat them all for the first time ever. And you're doing this, like, please, it's don't. It was
Yes.
very nerve-wracking to see them going through this. And then when they went last year again, where was it last year? Ireland. No, this year is Ireland. This year is the World Championship in Ireland in August, and it's the same path. They still have to pay their stuff. They don't have any sponsors because nobody
Yeah, this was
goes
my
after
my
it.
next
Like,
question. Like, do you have sponsors, or do you attract, let's say, many people to watch it? I don't know, or follow it over social media or some live streams or whatever. Do you have the audience that can actually help you bring the sponsors in?
for flag football, not yet, not yet. The Spanish championship, it's well, since there are all Spain there playing all the teams, so there are more people watching. The streamers are very high numbered from people, but our games, like, if I can play, I'm watching. We are like 10 people watching the stream, for example. Very few people, or our parents that go there, or friends. You can see the game, and there are like 50 people watching. That is a lot.
Yes, of course.
That is a lot.
We are not
For
underestimating
us,
the numbers.
no, but it could be more. It could be more. It could be less. It was less a few years back.
Yeah, so
But
this is a
we are
progress.
going, like, yes, baby steps here. But when you go to Madrid or Barcelona or even Alicante, they have like more teams, and it's more. How can I say it?
It's more popular, or
It's more. Yes, well, it's more people in the city here. It's a very small region, like very few people. So it's, well.
well, but
It's
actually there is a
better, you
good
can-
level of promotion about the flag football coming from NFL itself. Because, for example,
Yes.
myself as an NFL fan, I would honestly never hear or look at the flag football if there is no all the time the events, then bringing people from flag football, especially ladies, bringing ladies from flag football, like being there around all that Super Bowl buzz, and not only Super Bowl but during the league. Like, you can see them quite promoting and discussing. I mean, I also listen regularly podcasts by Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce, the brothers. And so they also
Yes.
comment about flag football during the episodes and so on. And they use it sometimes, to put a relation with something, or to compare with something. But there is a really higher level of buzz around flag football coming from the NFL itself, which is really good and really
Yes.
nice.
Yes.
So
Especially now
I
that-
believe it's going to grow even more in the future. But here I want to highlight one really beautiful thing. So we're now speaking about you belong to a group of people who are basically ready to give their own time, own money, own health, own everything for the sports, where there is no reward when we look from the money perspective, where basically the biggest reward you get is doing what you love. So this is really something common for the women's sports, because we cannot say that in so many women's sports you can have a lot of money, live from that, and so on. And it's really small percentage of ladies who can live out of sports. So
Yes.
now we speak about the fact that we have so many of you, so many of us who are there because we are infected with sports. We love it. We're passionate about it. We're good at it. But then sometimes you feel like tired because nobody's recognizing it, nobody's is paying anything, and then you ask yourself like, is this worth it? In the end it is, but sometimes it's a kind of frustrating knowing that
Very much.
that this is
Yes.
the situation we're at.
Not just that it's not happening. It's what I see is that will not happen anytime soon. It's like we just have to keep going. We just have to keep doing it, especially for the kids. Now we are four girls training them now because we have three teams on the team, so we have to be a bit more for. But for example, I couldn't see any of their games yet from their league because I was working, and it's if I didn't have to work, I would be able to see them, and it's frustrating because I go all the way and then I just stop there, for example, or I don't know. Sometimes I have to, for example, I wake up at 6 a.m. I go to work. I get out of work. I eat something really fast because in 40 minutes I have to be there to practice with the kids, and then I just drink a coffee or wait a little bit, go through some notes for them, for us, because in 2 hours we have practice. So it's a whole day just for flag football
Yes,
twice a
it's a
week.
huge sacrifice.
Yes, it is. I wouldn't say. Well, it is a sacrifice.
It is because
Sometimes I wish I.
it is a sacrifice because basically you put your, let's say, private life, your health, your sleep, like everything you put.
Weekends.
Yes, weekends. You're giving a lot from your life to, you were investing a lot
Yes.
to flag football, and as you see, as you already said, there is no reward point of the that moment because you don't get to see them play because of the work. So in the end, it is, from one point, it's a phenomenal what you're doing, but from another point, it makes me a bit sad because, I know that games are the biggest thrill. They bring you adrenaline. You then understand what are you doing and why are you doing things. So, but
Yes.
I hope that will going to change in the
I
future.
hope as well.
Yes, but still, I hope that from time to time you stop and and you praise yourself or remind yourself what a great work you're doing, because it's not only about the sports. When you bring kids, especially girls, to a sport that is not like the most popular, that is no sports where you can get money or something like that, and where there are boys involved as well, and where people think more it's a more male sport than a female sport. When you do all of that, you're actually shaping future confident girls, because if she believes that she can be the best in American football or flag football, then she will maybe take a chance in a army career or being a surgeon or ended up being a pilot. Everything that we see when people is promoting, we see as a men's job. So you basically
Yes.
train future girls and then women who are strong enough and confident enough to take any position they want, any job they want, to follow their dreams. So I hope that you're aware that your influence is way bigger and wider than just teaching them sport.
I hope so. Actually, it's what keeps me going, and not just for the sports. To see them gaining that confidence and gaining that strength, and to see things the way I wish I could have seen when I was so young. Because when I was this age, I was obviously in Brazil, and everything was like this wide. So I was lucky enough that I played sport my whole life.
So
since I was
what type of sports you also played besides American football and flag football? Like, how did your personal development as a child through sports started?
When I was like 8 years old, I signed for the volleyball team, and I was there
Yes,
like through.
volleyball in Brazil, it's one of the most popular sports.
Yes,
Doesn't
it
matter
was
if
a
it's a
very good
beach
team.
volleyball or volleyball, it's like one of the best. I mean,
Yes,
I'm still fan of some of the most famous Brazilian players like Giba. So he's like,
Jiba.
yes, he's one of
He doesn't
the
play for like 10 years, and
I
he's
know,
still
and I
the
still
one of
remember
the
him.
greatest. Yes, it's
Yes.
because he was one of the greatest. He
Yes.
was really good. It was really nice to see
Yeah.
them.
So after
In
volleyball, what was there for you?
Actually, it was like from 8 to like 14. I played volleyball, but in the middle, I used to do volleyball and swim for a couple
Okay.
years. And then I had to stop volleyball at 14 because I had to choose between volleyball or study. Choose
Yeah.
forcibly choose studying over volleyball. So I had to quit. And then I was away from sports for like 5 years. It was very hard. I've never been without sports that many time. It was 5 years. I was well, I was 16, 17. I was studying, but I missed it, and was when I found flag football, and I started, and I never stopped. I was like 20 or so.
So
I was
that this
old
is
already.
also no, you were not old because here is
No, I was when I found out. I wish I had found out earlier.
no, 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 no.
You
We're
know?
not gonna miss the good message in here. No, no, no. Well, the best possible message we get from here is that even though you stop for any reason, you can still come back. You can still find a new passion. You can
Yes.
still find a new sport. Because when we speak about that, 3 years ago, I started dancing salsa. You know, I was like you,
Oh.
volleyball player. I have a black belt in Real Aikido. I was a professional football referee. So basically, my career in sports was most of my life on the highest level. And then I had an injury, and I chose to be to work in sports from the outside of, especially in football, from the outside of the pitch, and to become, you know, a manager and work in development of sports. But then. I one year I decided like I should try salsa and see if I love it, and I became super passionate about salsa, and I realized it's a really hard sport. I mean, dancing is quite of a sport, you know.
It is.
And coming from Brazil, you guys, you're born with that, but us, we need to
Well,
we need
some
to
of
learn.
us, of them, because I wish I was.
Yes, but the point is, no matter the age, you can find a new passion in sports.
Yes.
And that passion can, you know, bring you to, as you see, the another country, to make you participate, you know, and play for the Brazil. I mean, how awesome is you get you got to the point where you played for your national team. I mean, this is like
Yes.
the ultimate prize you can get as an athlete. And maybe
It was life-changing.
Yes, and maybe you were not you wouldn't do that if you stayed in volleyball, or if you know, choose some other career. So this is something that you should really be proud of, and never ever again speak about that you started late. You started when was your time, but now you
Yes,
can
also.
actually introduce it to an earlier age, which is also nice.
Yes, it is very nice to do that, and I don't know, the timing was right for me as well, because I had a bit of I was older. I was more mature for choosing stuff. I had to choose between. I was studying at the time as well, so I had to do a lot of things together. I had to start working because I had to pay for my trips to
Yes.
travel, and it was kind of a bumpy road, but it was fulfilling. It still is. That's why I'm still here, and even more now with the kids. It's like seeing them. It's I can't even explain.
Yes,
It's
yes, you
very
can.
nice.
I mean, we can hear it from your voice. This is like the most important thing. Like we can hear from your voice how in love you are with the game, and how in love you are with the fact that you're now, you know, passing the torch to younger generation in terms of your sports, and, you know, maybe creating a legacy, because God knows which of those girls will going to, you know, invest in the sports or maybe try to change it? Because if you said to me that there are championships where people are watching, many people are watching, like you have a lot of people on the live streams, that means that market potential is there, for sponsors, for marketing and everything, but there is nobody who is, let's say, at this point brave enough to, try to sell it on a highest level. But that can change in the future, and that change can come with the girls who you are training now, or maybe some other girls, but still, legacy is there.
Yes, I think it will change very soon, especially because of the Olympian Games 2028. Flag football is there.
Yes, this is going to be a game changer.
Yes, it is. And we can see it now already, because when we try to, go to schools, we are here with the flag football team. I know you don't know it, but we are now Olympian sport. La la la. We start from there, and then with the girls being champion, European champion, we just put together stuff, and it's working already. And we are too small, but it's going somewhere, and we can see it's going. So we have hopes
that it's going and it's growing. that
yes,
is the
exactly
definitely the result of it.
Yes, I hope in a few years I can still be teaching them, the kids, and I can see the girls with their team, and it's like my goal. Sometimes I'm like, oof, I can have enough. I had enough. I can't do this anymore. I just need time for myself. And then I go to the practice with them, and it's like, okay, I can't leave it. I have to keep going.
In Serbia, in my country, we like to say when you are in love with sports, it says like this: it's in your blood, and you can say just goodbye. Because when it's in your blood, no way that you will going to miss it or leave it in any way. I mean, I changed the roles around football, soccer, but I never left it, and I not intending to leave it, because I'm so in love with the sports, and I'm really living my dreams like you are in some way. So basically I will leave it there, and says that we're not stopping with our mission. That's why we have projects like this one. That's why we're supported by European Union and many other important institutions who are going to help us grow, us as ladies and girls and so on. So I see the brighter future for the girls in sports, especially because of the women like you. So I can only say to you, thank you for this amazing story. I mean, we can discuss it for hours, that's for sure. But I believe there will be another chance, and that I will listen more about your amazing work. So thank you very much once again for taking your time for the GESP podcast.
No, thank you for giving me the opportunity to try to show what it's like to live in this small world of flag football and what we try to do.
It is a small world, but it's coming bigger thanks to you. So I can only say like this. I will try. I will try like this. Like, thank you, gracias, obrigado, and hvala. My language in the end.
De nada. De nada. It's the same, and you were welcome. It was very fun.
Big shout out to European Union for co-financing this project as a part of the cooperation partnership in field of sports.